you. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, I'm coming.
Newton out wide. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Newton. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Newton. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. He gets it to James White. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
1st and 10.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's the reason we back for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
24-yard line.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, here's Newton. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
It's a game.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
For the Patriots. First and
no score after one on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with no score.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 8 yards out. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 22. First carry for James Conner. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
More muscle up front for this second and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now Ben going to give this one to Conner. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy... Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
James White.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
From the gun, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
New England on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm here all day. 55 mark, 55. I got it. Check three.
Now a carry for White. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
The ball carrier.
Joe Hayden there to bring him down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
And 8.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Operating from the gun, Newton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Connor.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
On the tackle.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger to Connor on the check down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
A run with Connor on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
He was brought down by Jason McCourty. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Pittsburgh.
And the
well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Connor, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On the counter, it's Connor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
It's a gain of
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, Roethlisberger. He'll dump this one off to Connor.
Roethlisberger.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 6 yards there. First down, Pittsburgh. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was brought
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Benny Snell, the ball carrier. He was brought down by John Simon. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Connor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up in good situation. It didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Patriots 14.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cam goes out wide quickly. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
At the 42-yard line.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. It's a slant. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They keep it on the ground. White again. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. We ain't giving him nothing to go. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Watch the pass. 36.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Okay. 98 to Mike. I'm coming for you.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On 1st down, White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Newton. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Switch. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Hey! 198 to Mike.
Newton to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? One last shot for Roethlisberger, and that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it, and this one's over. A harsh way to lose this when the comeback bid there at the very end, falling just a little bit short. Probably had the play they wanted dialed up but couldn't convert.
And that's always where it's difficult because they had no choice here. It wasn't a decision to kick it and go to overtime or anything like that. No, they had to go for two to try and tie it up and get to overtime. They had their play dialed up, didn't get it done, and that's really tough because in today's NFL, you have a bigger list of two-point conversion type plays, and you actually work on it during the week in practice. As you noted, they just didn't convert there.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did you let it go miss?
Use your practice squad to develop younger players that could eventually contribute in games.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
shake it all up.
Use your practice squad to develop younger players that could eventually contribute in games.
Party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that.
Panic cameras to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous.
Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that.
station. This is second nature. All is automatic.
Animal instinct, you fools hurt. Jesus will.